one. Awesome. What if someone sees us? We'll just tell them we're cops.
Welcome everybody to another Native Thoughts review. But before going on with my review, there was a dog barking a lot, and I couldn't tell him shut the fuck up because the neighbors and the thugs. I don't want to do that. But never mind. This dog won't shut up. I'm sorry about that. If it's coming, then there's somebody honking back and forth. It's really convoluted, much as this movie. But before I go on with this convoluted movie, it's not convoluted. Before I go on, if you're watching this video on YouTube, you can listen to the exact same video that you're looking at me onto audio format on Soundcloud Native Thoughts. If y'all listen to the exact same audio, sorry about the dog as well. You could watch the exact same video on YouTube. This audio on video review on YouTube Native Thoughts, SoundCloud Native Thoughts. Let's get back to review. Let's try to finish that before this dog gets me mad. And the movie is Cop Car, starring Kevin Bacon and two little boys who I've never seen. And it has a surprise guest, but I'm not going to ruin that. But Kevin Bacon, who plays Sheriff Kretzler, some shit like that. And then you have the characters of, I believe it's Travis and Harrison. Travis and Harrison are two boys. The movie starts up with just them dragging along, looking, for some shit to do. They live it feels like a Texas, because Kessler had this, Kevin Bacon has this southern talk to it, so it sounds mostly like a Texas film. I think it's Texas, I don't remember. They pretty much just slow along, they walk around, they're they're bored, they're on the field, they discover an empty cop car, who is owned by Sheriff Kessler, who just happens to not be around at the time, and the boy's like, hey, let's have a fun joyride, and decides to take the cop car, and the movie spends with them most of the time in the car, and try and do crazy shenanigans, and now realize that there's more to the story. Being Sheriff Kessler might be a bad cop, maybe a good cop, maybe he's both, or maybe he's a corrupt cop. Who knows? As the movie goes along, you have characters who are witnessing these boys driving the car, but they never do anything about it. But the more as the plot reveals, the more it's showing you more about Sheriff Kressler, whatever his name is, and the more of what he wants to do to these kids, especially these kids being little brats or little assholes. That's pretty much is the basic plot for Cop Car, because the one thing about the movie is that it's kind of a slow movie. I'm right off the bat. I like the premise of it, but the problem with the movie is that it drags a lot. One of my biggest problems with the movie is I didn't feel like the movie knew what it wanted to be. I feel like the movie wanted to be something of a comedy, and then something of a satire to 80s action movies, a noir movie, a film noir cop thriller, and then they went back to maybe some horror films, and then something like a western. The movie jumped back and forth with these different types of pace and these different type of genres that it doesn't make it consistent. The movie I feel like could have been something as entertaining as something like The Guest, in which is an 80s throwback, and this one tries to be an 80s throwback, but then you have some weird elements to it that it could have been kind of creepy. It has some suspensing. There's specifically a scene where these boys are Travis and Harrison playing with the gun. Not playing with the gun, but they are trying to. There's a scenario with them in a gun that's stuck somewhere, and they're trying to use it, and it's kind of a creepy thing. But the outcome is predictable. The movie is kind of a predictable movie, but it tries to surprise you little by little. But the biggest problem of the movie is that it jumped back and forth between which genres, which element it wants to really be, and it doesn't become a tight movie. It becomes a really long, kind of a slow-paced movie. The film reminded me in vein of something that, imagine the film The Guest, Adam Ringward, who did Your Next. Imagine The Guest with David Gordon Green film like Joe or Prince Avalanche. The movie really differs a lot into those elements. It wants to be an indie movie. It is an indie movie, but then it differs back into being the story being a thriller, and the movie's really the genre of the movie is convoluted. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. The one thing I have to say great about these kids are just okay, but the great thing I like about the movie is Kevin Bacon's character. I think it's okay. It's good. It's good enough for Bacon, but the movie really is up and down. I really didn't enjoy the movie as much as the movie had promise to it, but I feel like it's just dumbed down by the end, and I think it could have been so much better. And all I really have to say for the movie, it's at home, and it's whatever really. The movie I really think it's whatever because it. I can see some people loving it, and I can see some people not liking it. And it's if you like it, that's good. I enjoyed it at some point. It's just whatever for me because I'm not gonna go back and see it. I'm not gonna go back and remember a bunch of stuff. This is a movie that, and then the ending. Before I go off, the ending has this. The ending is just so shut off, and it's still so what the fuck, and it makes me mad because it becomes that whatever because I just don't give a fuck by the end of the movie. I just don't give a shit about anybody, and it's just like whatever. And then there's have this character that revolves around this cop car that just becomes, the actor, but it wants to treat it like it's a surprise cameo for a big actor, and he is a good actor, but it's just it differs. The movie is just whatever. It's watch it at home. It feels like a Netflix movie or a Redbox, and just watch it at home. That's all I have to say. And that's all my review. That's my review for Cop Car. And the movie's bummed me out. I don't think it was that great. That's all I have to say about this review. You could watch my reviews on YouTube, Native Thoughts, and you can listen to my audio reviews on Native Thoughts. The same one that you're watching the video, you can listen to it on the go, on the travel. Doesn't matter. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye, everybody.